Hello everyone, my name is P. Haritabai, subject Basic Electrical Engineering, and my topic is about cryogenic electric aircraft power systems. A major breakthrough in electric propulsion for long-range aircraft could soon be on the horizon. The presence of a cold source in the form of liquid hydrogen alongside superconducting technologies promises to unlock new possibilities. Today, the SN demonstrator trajectory by Airbus UpNext aims to mature these technologies to significantly boost the performance of electric and hybrid electric propulsion systems in future low-emission aircraft. One of the major challenges of scaling up electric propulsion to large aircraft is the power-to-weight ratio. In other words, today electrical systems simply do not meet the necessary power requirements without adding excess, excess weight to the aircraft. Today, mainly electrical systems are mainly used for the weights to the aircraft. So we use this system. So, but at a high temperature, superconducting technologies are emerging a promising solution to the technical conundrum, notably by increasing power density in the propulsion chain while significantly lowering the mass of the distribution system. There is where Ascent comes in. The 3-year demonstrator project aims to show that an electric or hybrid electric propulsion system complemented by cryogenic and superconducting technologies can be more than 2 to 3 times lighter than a conventional system. Through a reduction in cable weight and a limit of 30 kilowatt by kg in power electronics without compressing a 97% of powertrain efficiency. You can observe here. We can use in case of the 30 kilowatts, power electronic systems are compressing up to 97% of the powertrain efficiency. It is compressing up to the 97% of its powertrain efficiency. Then, to achieve these objects, SM futures a 500 kilowatt power station consisting of the following components. We are considering a 500 kilowatt power station which consisting the following features: a superconducting distribution system, including cables and protection items, cryogenically cooled motor control unit, a superconducting motor, and a cryogenic system. As in the diagram, you can observe that the advanced superconducting and cryogenic experimental PowerShell demonstrator, a ground demonstrator to explore the feasibility and application of cold electrical technologies for low emission aircraft propulsion. It is mainly used for the low emission aircraft propulsion. In the diagram, you can observe the a cylindrical shape which is known as the cryogenic liquid. It consists cryogenic liquid, and in case we have the direct current cable, and we also have the alternate current cable, and we have the cryogenic system. And in the down of the direct cable we have the fault current limiter and circuit breaker, which helps in the supplying of the current, and the motor control unit which controls all the motor functions, and it also has the turbine hybrid propeller. By- when the process is going, and the hybrid propeller will rotate itself by the forms of the by the process includes in the inner part. And it also have the cryogenic system, and the usage of superconducting and cryogenic technologies allows to half weight of components. It is mainly used for the half weight of components and to reduce voltage to below 500 volts. Normally they are using the high voltage. In order to reduce that, we are using this low emission aircraft propulsion and halfway electric losses. It also have the less electric losses. In the diagram, we can observe the parts and the functions they do. Okay. Next, with the SN demonstrator, we all adapt ground-based cryogenic and superconducting technologies to a fully electric power station to confirm their potential at aircraft level. It is explained by the periodic variance head of the SN demonstrator. Integrating these components will not only be a world first, but also an essential step for the future generations and future scale aircraft flying demonstration systems. She explained how to use how it is going to take place in future aircraft systems. Liquid hydrogen to cool conventional technologies. We use liquid hydrogen to cool the aircraft systems. In addition to optimizing the weight of the distribution system, another objective of Ascent is to significantly increase the power density of the propulsion chain. It is mainly significantly increases the power density of the propulsion chain. This is known as considered as a key consideration. The whole process, which is to cool conventional technologies, known as the key consideration. Is key consideration as increasing the power of current electrical aircraft systems for a few hundred kilowatt to the milliwatt required for a fully electric aircraft is not so easy to. As you, we can consider the power of current electric system from the 100 kilowatt to millikilowatt, but it is not so easy feat. You think that it is not so easy. It has many process and techniques that we considered in the electrical aircraft system. Simply put, more increased weight and insulation complexity and generates more heat. If we increases weight, in then it also generates more heat in the system. However, if a cold source, so it increases the heat to reduce the heat, we use the liquid hydrogen to cool the system at the 20-degree Kelvins to minus 250.15 degrees centigrade, such as liquid hydrogen is used. Is available on a broad, it can be used to cool the electric systems. Because electric system provide more heat to in order to reduce it, we use the liquid hydrogen to cool it. The superconducting components can then work to significantly improve the power density of the electric propulsion system. Airbus is already looking into the liquid hydrogen system because nowadays more heat is producing. It is not helpful for the aircraft to run safely. So in order to protect that, in order to prevent that, we using the liquid hydrogen coolant. And the Airbus is already looking into the how liquid hydrogen could be used as a fuel, and they are finding the ways to use it as a fuel for engine. So the cell part of it is known as zero E pre-programming. The whole program is considered as zero E programming. Coming to the next slide, you can see the Ascent demonstrator will thus complement this research by providing additional insight into how cryogenic and superconducting technologies can support an ultra-efficient electric and or hybrid electric propulsion system for future aircraft. For future aircraft system, the people are trying to find new methods for the electrical aircraft system to reduce the heat produced by the electrical aircraft system, some to increase the efficiency of the aircraft systems. They are using the several methods to find out. So normally in a aircraft system, you can observe clearly that the cryogenic fuel systems is present as a in the shape of the cylinders. At the back of the cryogenic fuel system, you can observe the fuel cell system, which is controlled in the cryogenic fuel system. Then battery pack is present at the down of the fuel cell system, and it consists of two motors which drives due to the engine we use in the aircraft system. These parts we can observe clearly in the aircraft as we usually by seeing it only we can observe. So with the Ascent demonstrator, as we seen earlier, will be the way for real breakthrough in electric propulsion. By using the Ascent demonstration, we will create an ultimate in the electric propulsion system for future aircrafts, says Sandra Boy Safasher. Here, Airbus at next CEO. The importance of this work can't be understand cryogenic and superconducting technologies could be key enablers to enhancing the performance of low emission technologies will be essential to achieving our ambitious decarbonization target. By using the low emission aircrafts, it also helpful for the pollution free environment. Electrical power craft system, by using coolant, we can use the aircraft systems more. By using this all demonstration, we can consider it for the, we can prepare many related technologies for the future generation for the aircraft system. And this is all about the cryogenic aircraft system, how it is going to be in future, how the people are going to develop the aircraft systems in future. So thank you very much.